skincare? Would you like to make your own serums for your skin and maybe different people in your family? Welcome. My name's Marissa and I'm here to show you the things that I know regarding skincare and any DIY procedures that I do. And sometimes I may slip in a few things that I do about the house that I think is interesting. Now today I'm going to talk to you about niacinamide, which is a vitamin B3, and it's something that I think is like an amazing product because I use it on myself for a mature skin, and I also use it on my children. I have 3 teenagers. My eldest one was graced with not having the acne, but I have 2, one of them who's going through it and one who's just about to go through it. So I'm on top of all of that sort of stuff. Now, let me tell you a little bit about niacinamide. Sorry, my words sometimes get all mixed up, but you'll get to know that. Okay, so niacinamide. What is niacinamide and why is it so great? Okay, there are a few things I've written down so that I can share them with you. And here we go. What does it do? It helps skin to produce a protective layer. So when you do come across, let's say you're in the sun, a lot of UV rays, it'll help to protect against getting melasma, hyperpigmentation. It can help with that, but it doesn't replace the sunscreen. So keep that in mind. It can reduce inflammation. So again, with acne, you get a lot of inflammation. And it can also help with eczema. So it takes away the redness, brings down the swelling. Very good for that too. Here's a good one. Who doesn't like this? It reduces pore size. Okay, so if you've got large pores, like myself, it actually helps to shrink those. It's very good. It regulates oil production, so it helps, let's say that you have a very oily skin, it helps to slow down the production of oil. And this is something that is very beneficial for teenagers. So yeah, that's a good thing to have. It's like I explained to you, it's really good against the protection under the UV rays in terms of preventing hyperpigmentation, and also treats hyperpigmentation. So it can help to lighten up those marks, which I used to have and now they're all gone. So I'm pretty proud of that. But there are other things you can do for hyperpigmentation, but that's another YouTube clip and I will let you know how I did that. What else does it do? It can help reduce fine lines and wrinkles. And over time, if you have a teenager who's got, mild, I'd say mild acne, over time there will be a reduction of lesions, and so it'll tend to slow up on the, the pimples that come out. And is there anything else? Oh, let's listen to this. It can tighten your skin. It can produce collagen. And those of you who are looking at all of that and who are maturing, that is a huge plus. And like I've explained to you, and I'll repeat it again, it's also wonderful at taking away past damage that your skin has undergone. And if you have been in the sun and, abused that in your youth, or you're in your youth and you're abusing it now, niacinamide is great for that. I will show you how to make niacinamide, and I'll also link other YouTubers that talk about niacinamide and who also make niacinamide, so you can go and have a look at their clips and see what they come up with. It's all interesting. Some of us have got darker skin, and I'll be linking some people that talk about the problems with the darker skin, and things that you can help with that. I think I've covered everything, but what I will do is I'll run through the ingredients of what I use to make my vitamin B3 or niacinamide. And I'll just show you a couple of things. I'll go through the ingredients, and then I'll also list my ingredients in my description. So you can have a look at that if you're interested in making your own. Yeah, I think that covers everything. So if I don't talk about it, or you quite miss something, have a look in my descriptions, okay? And I'm sure I'll answer it there, or you can leave a comment, so I'll get back to you. Right, so I get mine from the Skin Science Company. We have vitamin B3, probably back to front, but that's it. And hyaluronic acid, mix them together. Distilled water, and a few other bits and pieces. And then I put it in an eyedropper, label it, because I have quite a few serums, and you can use that. I don't use preservatives, so if you're not going to use it, keep it in the fridge, wrap it up in alfoil, and as soon as it discolors, like it'll turn a yellowy colour, chuck it away and make a new batch, whether it be for yourself or your kids, because once it starts to oxidize, it's not really beneficial anymore. Okay. Other things that you're going to need is you can use a jewelry scale to measure your ingredients, because they're such small measurements, or there are other YouTubers that talk about like using a quarter of a teaspoon and all of that sort of stuff. I don't do that because I like to be more accurate, but I will link diverse YouTubers that do talk and explain it in that way. What else would you need? You need an eyedropper, you need a beaker, you need, what else would you need? I use pop sticks because once I finish stirring it, chuck it out, and that's that. Okay, in my ingredients, I have 12, this only makes a small amount, okay? So if you need more, you just make more. You double your measurements. So what do we have here? We have 12 grams of distilled water, 1.5 grams of niacinamide powder, right? Remember, we're measuring it on a jewelry scale. 0.3 grams of vegetable glycerin, but if you use normal glycerin, which you can buy from the supermarket or the chemist, still good. Adds glide and it makes it more like a serum. I use Propendile, 0.6 grams, and I think it just helps with the consistency of the serum. And I use 0.15 grams of hyaluronic acid powder, and I mix it together. Doesn't mix that well. Leave it for a few hours and all the powders will gel together, and you get your serum. So I will show you how I go about it, and I hope you enjoyed listening to my information about niacinamide, and that you like and subscribe to my channel if you find it interesting, because I have far more things to show you. Thank you.